were you taken by surprise the emergence of the candidate talking about Galadima Tijani? Because a lot of persons in the AP said they never knew about him, they never knew whether he was a party member or not, or just from the blue, Tijani Galadima emerged as the flag bearer or the candidate of the All Progressive Congress, at the expense of the promise that Governor Fintiri made to Adamawa State that his successor.
So when I saw him, he bought form and I began to. Now, talking about his emergence, I'm a Christian. I believe that anything that happens to you, if God is not destined that it will be, it will not be. And God chooses his leaders uh, based on maybe how you look at your heart and maybe a sincerity to serve people. So I will simply say that maybe Galatina is just be the candidate by God. That is why it happened this way. This is the first time in Adamawa State, Baba Mengongo has remarked like that. Even when he said he's not interested in the governorship, they said he is the anointed candidate. He should come and save Adamawa State against other aspirants that show interest. So I want to believe that it is God making.
Now, no doubt about that, Governor Fintiri has done incredibly well in terms of infrastructure, in terms of, empowerment, workforce, and even changing the narrative. But now that he has defected, or now that he is a member of the APC, is it going to be about the party or about the person in question?
Person in question talking about the candidate.
Yes.
It's about the party. Uh, Governor Fintri has done well, extremely well, in terms of infrastructure, as you said, in terms of um, employment, uh, in terms of empowerment to some extent, because we're used to Baba Mimongoro's essay allowance monthly,
Yeah.
and it has helped a lot during his time. And Vintry is trying to do something like that, but in his own case, it's not monthly, it's once in 3 or 4 months. So he has done very, very well. We have to commend him for that. But about the candidate, now that he has emerged, it's no longer about Galadima. I think it's about the party winning the election. So it's no longer a one-man issue. It's no longer the governor's candidate, but it's the party issue now. Uh, not, even though the governor is the leader of the party in the state, so we cannot talk about Galadima without talking about him.
All right. Now, we're going to take a break, but I would like you to ponder on this. Earlier, you say the new APC, talking about the PDP that merged and integrated with the APC, there was an agreement 70 to 30, isn't it? And the new APC are taking 30%, while the legacy APC are taking, no, the new APC is taking 70%, the legacy APC are taking 30%. But things didn't work out well. Now, if the APC or the government of Amadou Fintiri did not compensate those members of the APC who are dissatisfied, what will be the next step? I'd like you to ponder on this. We'll take a break. All right, you're watching Political Affairs on Camaa TV. Let's take a short break. When we return, there'll be more on this conversation. You'll join us again. Speaking with Honorable Simon Nazo, he is a member of the APC Adamawa State and has been expressing certain displeasure as a result of the outcome on activities of the APC in Adamawa State. All right, before the break, I asked you this critical question. Should the government of Ahmadu Fintiri, who is invariably is the leader of the APC, should the government refuse to compensate those agreed members of the APC who were shortchanged and fall out of, favor, what would be the next step?
Please, you see, we are not, it is not binding on our country to compensate candidates. But we are only observing and advice that it will make things easier eh, for our party, for the aggrieved people eh, to forget about their grievances and come back and work to the all of their heart as a team for us to produce the government. So it's not binding on him. And if in the event he did not do it, me I will advise that it is better we're in the system than we're out of the system. No matter how painful it is, I will advise that they should calm down, come back and work for the interest of the party. If you don't get it today, you get it tomorrow.
Now very soon, campaign timetable is out. No, the election timetable is out actually, and the campaign, the ban on campaign will be lifted.
Yeah.
How would you present your candidate? Is Galadima a sellable candidate to the grassroots, to those who have complained over time that they don't even know him, they've never seen him? What will be the mechanism for, advertising your candidate, Galadima, to the people?
Thank you very much for that question. Please, of a truth, I'm talking to you here, seated in this studio. I've never seen Galadima in person. More or less of some of my supporters or followers at the grassroots level. But as I said earlier, since he has been destined to be, we have no option than to try him. It will end up being the Messiah we were waiting for. The only way to go about it is for Galadima to make himself available, the party to make itself available, more consultations with stakeholders and brief party members from the state to the ward level, series of meetings enlightening people on the danger of staying out of government. For instance, you see, I was no fatter than this before. I've been out of government for almost 8 to 10 years.
Yeah, I can recall you worked closely with former governor Mutala Nyako, Papalemangoro.
For sure.
And you understood, governance in
Yeah,
Thailand.
yeah.
All right. Now, let me ask you this very critical and very sensitive question. The emergence of Galadima, your flag bearer,
Yeah.
has ignited, certain debates, acrimony amongst party members, and even by extension among indigenous of Adamawa State. And reason being, we have different geopolitical groups.
Yeah.
We have different ethnic groups, tribes, religion in Adamawa State. And whether you like it or not, there are some people that vote across religious lines. Whether you like it or not, there are those that vote across ethnic lines.
Yes.
Now, the argument here is that since 1999, when a Christian was elected a governor, talking about Odi Haruna, ever since a Christian had not been a governor in Adamawa State. I'm not bringing the likes of Ngulari because he was not elected. Talking about elected governor. So there's this argument that at least it should be a time for the Christian governor, whether in the ABC or in the PDP, as the case might be, where Governor Fintiri is now, and looking at the promises made for the Adamawa indigenes for succession.
Yeah.
Now, do you think this narrative will be fair? I'm being very sensitive and critical here. Do you think this narrative will be fair to the Christian community who have cried overnight that at least it is time for the Christian to emerge as a governor of Adamawa State?
Thank you very much, Chris. That question is really critical, but we cannot avoid responding to it because, as you said, the agitation has been going on for either either a Christian candidate governor or a Muslim governor or a Kabila governor or and so on and so forth. Truth of the matter is, if you have to be sincere to ourselves, we should go beyond that.